Day 3 in Hanover is slowly but surely coming to an end. You exhausted already, Sander?
Oh, I'm still fine, actually. I thought my feet will hurt a little bit more. It's up to the knees now.
Okay, up to the knees.
Yeah.
Volker, how about you? Have you been here since Monday?
No. It's my first time. So,
you're still relaxed. Everything's fine.
I only arrived for the talk today.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for making the effort. Volker, maybe we can start with you. Now, many of us might have already used a product from Merck Group without actually even knowing. So can you explain to us what you guys actually do?
Yeah, for sure. So I think 90% of the people here at the fairground using some Merck products, because in every display of your smartphone are our liquid crystals. So that's one of our portfolio. Merck is a leading science and technology company with 3 business sectors. So it's healthcare, life science, and electronics. Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know it was part of my smartphone. That was like a aha moment.
I think everyone was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never too old to learn something new.
Exactly. Now, Volker, in your role, you cover security and information security for the entire group, right? Worldwide. And for IT and for OT. So can you tell us how different IT and OT actually are in reality?
Yeah, it's totally different. So in IT, we are always talking about integrity, availability, confidentiality. And in the OT space, you can skip it away because on the shop floor, it's only the interest of availability. So when the floor stands still, then it will be really painful for the company. And so the expectation of our colleagues are totally different to the IT topic. And it's much more for us as a cybersecurity unit, it's much more harder to become a complete overview over the whole environment. So that's really different. Yeah.
Okay. And Sander, from your perspective, IT versus OT, where's the difference?
I think you catched up already on a lot of topic. I think what you said at the end, it's very difficult to get a real good view, transparency on your shop floor. Because you probably use a lot of Siemens products, but maybe there's some other vendors in there as well. So you use different technologies to get that in place. Updating might be a little bit more difficult. I mean, if we log in every day at Siemens, we get a pop-up, your browser needs to be reopened and updated. You cannot do this with your SCADA system while you're producing some very expensive material, right? So that's definitely something you need to do differently.
Yeah.
Building on that then, if we look at cybersecurity, which areas of cybersecurity actually require truly and completely different solutions when it comes to OT?
I think that is the topic we talked about. This is really getting the transparency in place, because to get transparency on a PC, you install an agent and you pull off what is happening on the PC. Yeah. On a PLC, you might not be able to do this. In OT, we also speak about long-lasting, long-life products. If the iPad you hold there right now, is it a Siemens iPad? Of course, yes. So it's probably not older than 3 years. If you walk into your factory, there is probably devices who are older than you can imagine, maybe 20, sometimes even 30 years old. So that's a whole different way of doing things. You cannot scan them the same way. You cannot install something on it. Sometimes you see Windows 95, maybe Windows XP as well on systems. So that is a whole different way of doing things. So you need to segment things. You need to put unsecured topics behind a firewall, and you need to look at vulnerabilities as well in a different way, because you cannot fix everything. You maybe decide not to install a fix, where in IT you immediately fix.
Yeah. So yeah, as you said, it's not just like opening up your laptop, update and done. It requires a lot more than that. It requires a lot of intelligent people and a lot of information coming together. Volker, where do you currently stand at Merck when it comes to these topics?
We have different challenges. So we have a stable environment where we have a good overview over our OT environment, but it's much more behind, because as Sander mentioned, it's always necessary that you really have a look on the whole landscape, and that you also have the right machines or something else in focus, and that you focus on the really vulnerable machines on your shop floor. And that is very important, always to be on time, which is important now for the whole production. And that is challenging for us. So what we are driving now, it's a large project where we try to implement a scan module or something like that, where our security operations center is also able to have a look into our OT environment. And as I mentioned before, so it's totally different. It's spread around the world. So we are based in 65 countries around the world. And there to become an overview, that's really challenging. And that's one of our large projects on the one hand. On the other hand, we are also driving the topic of smart manufacturing, which turns the whole and OT, IT convergence into a different story. And to be there on the highest level and always to count into the right topics, that's what we try to do with a huge project we are launched now. And that's, as I mentioned, will also be very challenging for us.
Now, Sandor, you're probably one of the biggest promoters, proponents, supporters, whatever you want to call it, of OT cybersecurity. I've lost count of the number of times you've been on stage and talked about this. But when we look at what Merck is currently going through, the challenges that they have, how can you help, or how can we help to make their journey a bit easier, a bit more automated?
Yeah, of course we can help. And like what you said with the scatter module, so we have a lot of products to support with that. We have, for example, in our portfolio, Industrial Asset Hub. Industrial Asset Hub is a cloud-based solution where we bring all asset information from gateways in the cloud, giving you an overview which is available in those 65 countries around the world. We have an X-ray tool. It's called Cybersecurity Inspector, where you can really do an in-depth scan of your network, find out which assets you have where, which asset has which port open. We can even check if you use standardized passwords. If you use a password multiple times on different assets, it gives you complete transparency. Then where we help with specifically on vulnerabilities is with Cybersecurity Guard. That's where we take the assets from, for example, Inspector or Industrial Asset Hub, and we match them with vulnerabilities from all the different vendors out there. Because there is more as just Siemens, I found out this week in the booth, or outside of our booth actually. And we can also match the vulnerabilities of those devices and help you bringing them into platforms like ServiceNow for workflow automation, or we can help you with mitigating the vulnerability without updating, giving you an understanding how critical the vulnerability is. Because maybe you're aware of this, if you have a PLC and there is a vulnerability which is quite high, but you have a firewall in between, the vulnerability might not actually be that critical, right? And this is what we can help you with a business and exposure-based recalculation of the risk score based on your asset in your environment and not just on a standardized solution. And then last but not least, we have Cybersecurity Monitor for 24/7 monitoring of your solution, which we have been using in our own factories for over, what is it now, over 10 years already. And that's our threat and anomaly detection solution developed in an OT environment by an OT company to help protecting your shop floors and plant out there in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just protecting, it's also, as you said, scanning. And you mentioned Industrial Asset Hub, for example. You can't protect what you don't know, yeah? Or you don't see. And that's also a big part of this, traceability, very, very important. Volker, if I ask you to give one piece of advice to organizations who are just starting out on their OT security journey, what would it be?
Don't be scared about sleepless nights. So starting such a project is, as I mentioned, very challenging. And the first step is to really receive an overview what is running in the OT environment, and that is very difficult to focus on the right things at the right times and to understand in a global company where everything is on the way to digitalization and to connecting. It's to have the right view. What is our next necessary step? So, and that brings sleepless nights, because you're always thinking about, have I everything in my mind? Have I looked into behind every corner? So it's really impactful for a whole organization.
Mm-hmm. And Sandor, which advice do you have? So none of the audience here have any sleepless nights.
I say buy our products. Or maybe listen to the next talk as well with Michael Metzler. That's a good one.
Promo.
Too. It's the other advocate for cybersecurity because we not only have good products, we also have services and so on to help you with. Because we do have one issue at the moment. We lack the right people to do the job because there is no skills for cybersecurity left out on the street. I think you struggle finding the right people.
Yeah.
So, and this is something we can help with our service portfolio as well, where we do have our own SOC to help you as a company, where we monitor plans around the world. So don't have sleepless night about that. You can start today. I think the best thing you can do is start. Don't wait, start acting now.
Yeah, the time is now. Or as I said before in another talk, the time was probably a few minutes ago, or yesterday even. Yeah, Sandor, where can people go to find out more about this and to talk with the two of you?
So the best will be come to our station here at the booth. It's station number 131, where we display our Synex Security software products. We can give you a live demo of Synex Security Guard, and we even offer you a free 3-month trial if you wish to try it out yourself. So that's a gift from us to you, and you get it here on the booth.
Perfect. And maybe Sandor, just to close, as you said, you've been here for a few days already. What are some of the things that the visitors here to the fair have been most interested in when it comes to OT cybersecurity? Conversations you've been having?
So what I see, and there's a difference from over the last years, the last couple of years, they were like, we need to do something with cybersecurity. And now I say, we have to do something with cybersecurity. That's a big difference. So we talk a lot about how can we help them meeting regulatory requirements, such as, for example, NIS2 or for our machine builder CRA. How can we, with our tools, with our experience, help them getting a quick start? So these are discussions we are having, and then specifically on how easy it is to start.
Yeah. And Volker, for the remainder of the day here, what are the conversations you hope to have until the fair closes? Anything in particular you want to get across to our audience or to the visitors to your exhibit there with Sandor?
To become a really proposal where you have to find, or where we can find our end-to-end solution. So as I mentioned the whole time, it's really challenging to find that. Yeah. For that, I'm looking for some discussions also with Sandor afterwards, and then we will see how it goes for the future.
Great. Well, thank you very much. So grab these two while you can. And with that, we unfortunately have to end this chat. We're out of time.